Hello everyone, I'm Joey and I have a very cute card to show you today. I would call it a specialty birthday card, and I'm using the Friendly Gnomes stamp set and what else? The new alphabet, the alphabet a la mode dies. Anyway, it's a super cute card and I'm anxious to share it with you. Today is number 2 of my 6-week series of Celebrate Birthdays with Lori and Joey. I'm combining with a fellow demonstrator, a very good friend of mine. We've been stamping together for many years, and she's done 3 projects and I've done 3 projects, and we're so excited to share them with you. Alrighty, I'm going to just hold on a second while I get my iPad all tuned up here so I can see what you're seeing, so that if I get out of the camera or do anything weird, I'll be able to see it right away. And then also my laptop has to be queued up so that I can see your comments, otherwise I can't see the comments, and that's no good. And I would love for you to comment, so come on and say hi. If you haven't liked and followed my page yet, we're almost at 900 followers. So I just need, I think, 3 more. I think we're at, well, it doesn't matter. We're real close. We're only a few away from that. I'm getting down here on my page. And if you're watching on YouTube, I would invite you to subscribe to my channel so that you can see upcoming videos, because I always post my Facebook Lives on YouTube. I'm hoping to get to the point soon that I'm streaming both from YouTube and Facebook, but that's another technology challenge that I haven't quite gotten to yet. And my laptop doesn't want to come up here for some reason. It's got a really slow connection. Let me refresh the page and see if I can get it to come up any better. Once in a while the internet speed just, for whatever reason, slows down. So here we go. I think I can get it to come up now. And if not, we'll just let it spin. If I miss your comments because of it, I will definitely come back and answer them if you have questions, or I'll say hi. I'm sorry, it's just not cooperating right now. So I'll turn you down. We'll get started on our project. Hang on a second while I click this little icon. It's going to make me go upside down. And then you'll be right side up to watch the project. Okay, here we go. That should be good. And I'm going to get you situated. Hopefully that's about right. Maybe not quite. Let's go back up just a little bit. Oh, that's pretty good. I'm pretty close. A little bit crooked. Let's try this. See if that's better or worse. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. Okay. Come back this way just a touch. Alrighty. We're getting there. A little more this way. Nope, wrong way. Go back this way. There we go. All right, good to go. This was our project last week, so you can either find this in my videos. This is a gift card holder using the pillowbox dies. If you're watching on YouTube, you can find this video in my birthdays series, and then we put it, here's the place for your gift card. So that was last week. And if you're watching on Facebook, you can also go find it on YouTube. So on YouTube, I'm Joey Hartman, just my name, Joey Hartman, comma, Stampin' Up. All right, my friends, we are going to start with this one. We're going to do Friendly Gnomes as a stamp set we're using, and then I'm going to use the dies from the Kindest Gnomes. They're still available. Well, I don't know if they're back in stock yet, but if they're not, they will be back in stock, so you can still get these. This stamp set has retired, but the dies are still available, and they fit these gnomes pretty well. So let me, gosh, my video is still not coming up on Facebook. I don't know what the heck's going on. Let me check it and see if I can get it to come up one more time so I can see your comments, because I don't want to miss your comments. That's weird. Here, it looks like I can see some comments. Hi, Kathy. Oh, good. And Kelly. All right. So I can see your comments. It looks like, even though the video is not really coming up. So that's good. That gives us a start. Okay, just one more quick announcement. Today is the first day of the online exclusives. So Stampin' Up! Is starting a new promotion where they're going to do 3 times a year. They're going to do some online exclusives. So you're able to see them if you go onto my website at stampingwithjoey.stampinup.net. I'll put that link in the comments so you can find the shopping link. Let me copy that real quick and put it in the comments. I can't put it in the video description. Okay, so I can't put it in the video description. Hi, Diane. Oh, you're fine. No worries. There's no late. Hi, Pam. Oh, good. So people are coming on. All my buddies are coming on. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so happy you joined us today. Okay, anyway, these are available. This is my current host code. I always send everybody a little something that orders a minimum of $35 or more. So you have something coming to you if you shop with me. Let's go ahead and start this. So we're going with green. Lori and I, both of our, well, no, my project this week, and I've already got my project done for next week, are both Granny Apple Greens. So we've got, let's stamp our gnome first, kind of thinking through what I need to do first. So let's get our gnome out and get her stamped and colored and die cut. And then we've got that part all done. So let me grab some scrap paper. So how is everybody today? So I'm glad you're saying hi. Let me know where you're from too. Some of you, I do know where you're from, but I still, if you put it in the comments, then other people that don't know you yet can get to know you and where you're from. So I always think location and kind of helps people connect to each other. They kind of know where everybody lives. You know, I also feel that about, you know, your closer community. Like if you have been to someone's house, you just are a little bit more, whoops, let's go this way, a little bit more connected, I always feel like, because you just know more about them. So on Facebook and YouTube, if we just put where we're from, I think that at least gives us a little bit of relatability and starts friendships, because we're here for friendship and fun. Let me go ahead and just cut this off so I don't have to deal with this long piece of paper here. I am in Lincoln, Nebraska. I don't know if I said that yet. So I am in the middle of the heartland. Today is a pretty nice day. It's going to be in the low 50s and it is sunny. So I'll take the sun any day, and low 50s is good too. Kelly's from Lincoln. Thanks for sharing. Pam, you're having really lovely weather in central Missouri today. How wonderful. We're ready, aren't we? We're pretty ready for spring. I know most of us are. Okay, getting my markers organized here. All right, let's start with this little girl's hat. So we're going to do her hat in light Granny Apple Green. These are alcohol markers. They are called Stampin' Blends markers. And you get 2 when you order them. You order the color and you get a light one and a dark one, and they're $9 for 2 markers. And they're called blends because they blend so easily. Alcohol doesn't pill your paper. It also it doesn't leave streaks and lines. That's why they're called blends. Although today, my Granny Apple Green Light, the reason it is actually looking a little bit streaky is I need a new one. In fact, I think I've already ordered a new set. They do last a long time, but mine get a lot of use with coloring for my classes and my events, my online Facebook Lives, all that stuff. trying to watch your comments here. See if I can get still can't get a picture on this silly thing. Just won't come up. That's just so weird. It shows 11 comments, and I'm not seeing 11. Kathy, you're in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin? That's a beautiful name, Sun Prairie. I would like to live in a place called Sun Prairie. Right, I'm going to put a little bit of shading. So Stampin' Up, the artists, they add in all these kind of little lines to help you kind of know where there would be a little bit of shading, or in her hat, probably creases. I'm going to add just a little bit darker to the bottom of her hat too, and actually to this whole side, because we're going to assume that the sun is coming from this way and hitting her that way. Then I'll go back to my light marker. I'm not the world's best colorer, but I do like coloring with blends markers. And this isn't going to blend as well as normal because this pen is getting dry. So probably shouldn't have added the dark, but I'll keep trying. You know what I might do? I might take out the parakeet party marker and see if I can blend this. Or never mind, we're just gonna, she's a gnome, so I don't know that she's like, you know, always dressed to the height of the latest fashion, right? She's got a cute little green hat though. And let's make her flower pink. Yeah, pink. Although we're gonna put an embellishment on her flower, but I don't want that white flower to show through. So we're gonna do that in pink. You've had a mild winter, Pam? I don't know. We had an okay winter. Now I'm taking, this is soft suede dark, and I'm gonna color her braids a dark brown. We did not have tons of snow. We've had some snow, but we did have some really bitter cold for several weeks. I mean, it wasn't long lasting, and it wasn't for several months, but it was pretty miserable. I don't know if my head's in the camera. It might be. I'll check and try and get out of your way. But we did have a nice rain the night before last, and in spring I always love to have the rain because, you know, it makes everything really green and beautiful as it starts to warm up. So just get her little braids colored. I'm not using any light marker on her braids. They're just going to be dark brown. And then next we'll do her little dress. And just try, I'm going to reboot I'm reaching over to my laptop to reboot this page just so I'm sure that the comments stay current, even though the video itself isn't showing. Oh, wait a minute. I think it just came up. Positively pink, polished pink, Kelly. This is polished pink. This is just so weird, you guys. The comments are coming up, but not the... Good question, Kelly, on the color. Not the videos. That's just never happened to me before. Now, normally, you know, if I wasn't on Facebook Live, I would just reboot my computer, but we don't really have time for that nonsense today. Just gonna color. Polished pink is an in color. I can't remember if it's this year's or last year's in color, I think. Let me look at my group of in colors. It's this year, so we've got polished pink for another. I'm just gonna color her dress all one color. So we have polished pink to play with and work with another year. All right, my friends, speaking of colors though, today at 1 o'clock, Stampin' Up is going to, I'm going to come back to the green for her shoes and tie in her hat to her shoes. There's like a little button right here. I'm going to do that in green. And then her shoes, And the lace on her dress, we're going to go with Daffodil Delight. This is Daffodil Delight Dark. For this cute little Gnomey. And then we'll do her shoes. So today at 1, I didn't finish my statement. Stampin' Up! Is going to make some kind of announcement about colors. So if you went online already to see what was available in the online launch today, you did not see Pretty Peacock there. And we were all expecting that because Pretty Peacock is one of the colors in the new Irresistible Blooms designer paper that is available as of today. Okay, that's all the yellow, I think, on her. Hi, Karen. Oh, I'm so glad you could join. Alrighty, so there's the yellow. Anyway, they're going to make an announcement about colors. So I'm expecting a color revamp of our whole color family, but I could be wrong about that. But if so, that means that Pretty Peacock and Lost Lagoon, which are both in the new paper, I'm assuming would be in the new 48 basic colors. I'm really going out on a limb, so don't hate me if I got this wrong. But something's going to happen at 1 o'clock, and I will be the first to share it with you as soon as I know what's happening. Okay, there's that, and I think that's all the coloring we have to do. We do have to do a little die cutting besides her. So I have already stamped on the designer paper. This is the Brights Designer Series paper. I've already stamped the little balloon that she's going to be holding. So let me get my stamp cut. And Kelly, for the skin tone, I'm using Petal Pink. This is Petal Pink Light. I use Petal Pink Light for most of my skin tones. Unless, you know, it's a darker complected gnome or person. Then I use bronze. Or we do have actually quite a few skin colors in our line. It's a special group of markers, blends markers. Oh, I forgot to get out my nice plate, so we're going to be working with my scuffed up ones, but I don't want to take the time to run over and get the new ones out. Let's go to the dies, and for the dies, I think this one is this for this little girl. Yeah, looks like it. And then, the balloon is not going to be die cut because there's no die for that. So I will cut that out. Fussy cut that out, but let's just get her cut out. Wait a minute. I don't know if this is not the right. Nope, that's not the right one. So let's grab another one and see if we can do better with that. I think it must be this one. No, that's not it. What the heck? What is wrong with me? That's wrong. Is this right? And I just couldn't get it placed properly. No, this is not right. Hold on. Oh, for heaven's sakes, I had it on a different set of magnets. When I'm working and designing something, I think we also need a letter here too. I think we need a P. I keep a separate magnet board sheet next to my die cutting machine, and then whatever I'm working with currently, I put on that magnet board so I don't put it away with its other. I'm going to turn this way. Gosh, I can't talk and do this at the same time. I don't put it away with the dies it's actually part of. I put it on a magnet sheet with other dies that I'm using for the project. And then I put them all away later. But in the long run, it seems to save me a little bit of time. Okay, let me show you what else I did. I didn't take the time to do all this on camera, but I'll tell you what I did. So this is a piece of black cardstock. This is like 2 inches by 5.5 inches. And then I used the adhesive sheets and I cut it the exact same size. So 2 by whatever this is, 5.5 or 6 inches, so that they're the same. It just makes life easier when you're trying to die cut. That's what I always do anyway. So we've got the adhesive backs on this cardstock, and then we're going to cut a P here. So now I'm going to put it down with the cardstock facing up, and that means the adhesive sheet is facing down. Again, I'm sorry you guys aren't going to be able to see this after I put this plate on. I need to keep my good plates right here next to my desk. I keep them over in my island. So that means that when I'm doing Facebook Live, I have to take a walk over to my island, and I don't want to leave my guests who are watching on Facebook Live that long to have to walk away from you. So I just need to make a change with that, and then I'll have them here to grab. Okay, I have already cut out all the other letters for happy, but I wanted to show you how I did the other letters so that you are familiar with how to do it for yourself when it's time for you to die cut letters for your project. Okay, let's go ahead. And then if you take your pick tool handy, you can use the poker end to poke out your letters if they stick in your die like that. Okay, now we're cooking with oil. Cooking with gas, is that the same? Okay, I think we've got all our bits. So now before I do any more, let's go ahead and cut this balloon. So I told you this was a specialty card, and it definitely is a specialty card. And I say that because there are steps. There are steps involved with this card. It's not hard to do. It's not hard for either an experienced paper crafter or a beginner. And the only thing that makes paper crafting, quote, hard usually is just more steps. So you won't, it'll take, what's going on with this? That's black. Some black paper here, and I can't see the edge of the scissors, which I need to see to cut this properly. So pretty much everything in paper crafting is easy, but sometimes there are more steps involved, and this is a project that has maybe a few more steps than just stamp and paste and your card is done. Okay, but some of us like the putts. How many out there that are watching like to actually do cards that take more time? They're more involved and they have a lot of detail. I know there are some of you out there that really love doing cards that have a lot of detail. So I'd like to know in the comments whether you're watching on Facebook Live or replay or YouTube, if you like to do cards with a lot of detail or you prefer more simple cards. Let me know. Oh, thanks, Kathy. I just saw your comment that says cute cards, but you guys, again, I don't know how behind I am on comments because my laptop just won't queue up. I don't know why. It's very, very annoying. Okay, let's keep moving here. Now I'm going to build the base of our card. This piece is going to layer on a piece of black. Got to get all my, let me get everything out here of my bag. So let's do this for the prize this week. If you, and this is something I haven't done before, but if you put in an order for $35 or more, I will send you the parts for this card. Now, it might be in a different, you might get a different DSP because I don't have a second pack of this, but basically you'll get all the parts for the card so that you can make this card. It might be a different color scheme, but I will send it to you as a thank you for your order. I'm not sending embellishments this week because I'm very busy getting my Irresistible Blooms classes out that people ordered from me before it went live today so they could get a little discount on it. So I'm not sending out card packets. Well, what am I trying to say? I'm not sending out embellishments this week for orders, but I will send you all the parts to make this cute little card. Okay, let's go over here. Love cards with details. Hi, Diana. Kelly, you do cards with details because you don't send out a lot of cards. Yeah, you know, I think there's the difference too. If you don't send out a lot of cards, you like to put a lot of detail in it because you're not making 20 cards or more that has a lot of detail. I agree with that. Now, my friend Lori designed this card. I don't know if I said that yet. This is Lori's design. So we picked 3 stamp sets. Whoops, I need to stand up to tie this. We picked 3 stamp sets to use for our birthday series. So the Friendly Gnomes was the first stamp set, and then next week we're using the Taco Fiesta, and I already have my card done for that. And it's a fun fold, and if I do say so myself, it's super cute. It's a fun fold that I had done before, but not for a very, very, very long time. It's a pop-up card, so when you open the card, you get a little pop-up inside that's a little surprise. So that's coming next week. Okay, so we've got this panel. We're going to go ahead and glue this down to a Granny Apple Green card base, and I'm going to glue around the ribbon. I don't want to stick the ribbon. And this is going to go flat. I'm not putting dimensionals on this. When you don't glue the ribbon down, when you're actually putting your card together and putting all the stuff that's going to go on the front of it together, you have a little wiggle room. See, I can wiggle this a little bit because I kept the adhesive right in the corners and away from the ribbon. So that's one reason I do that. Kathy and Pam, you like to do cards with details. Diana, you love cards with details. Not crazy about plain cards. Well, I'm learning something. You know, if most of my watchers like to do cards with details, we might be doing a few more special, what I'm calling this is a specialty card. Okay, let's go ahead, and this is going to be the main focal point of our card. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on. I think this is about 2 inches by 5 inches maybe. Nope, 2 inches by 4 3/4. And then the black strip is probably 2 1/8 inches, or maybe a little more. Yeah, so that's probably 2 1/8 plus a 16th for the black strip. Okay, here's what we're going to do with all this. Let's get our balloon ready first too, so that's ready to go. I'm using for the string on the balloon, these are the Baker's Twine Essentials pack, and you get 5 colors of Baker's Twine that are neutral colors, which is a really nice thing to have on hand. I really like working with Baker's Twine. I'm going to grab a mini glue dot and my tool back, and I'm going to put a little mini glue dot on the balloon. Then I'm going to just stick my twine down to that. And I'm going to cut this I don't really think I made a note of it. For right now, I'm going to maybe cut it maybe about 3 inches. I'm probably going to shorten that, but I'll know once I get closer to assembling the whole card. We'll know better what size that's going to be. Then I'm just going to take Stampin' Dimensional and get that secured down, and then that's ready for our card too. Okay, so now we're ready to assemble the rest of this. Pam, you like to do Pam, I'm trying to read here. So Pam watches Facebook, and if she doesn't get to see all of it, then she'll watch the retube on Facebook, or watch the replay on Facebook or YouTube. That's a good idea. Yeah, especially if you're casing, which means copy and share exactly someone else's card. I'm going to kind of just roughly, oh, I guess I had 2 P's. I thought I was going to show you what I was going to do with this, roughly. So I'm going to come in here maybe about 1/2 inch. I haven't pulled off the adhesive yet because I'm kind of dry fitting this all together. And then instead of a A, our little Gnome girl is going to be the A in the happy. Okay, so I'm going to move this over just a touch more, like maybe like so. And I'm going to actually put her down first so that I have a guide of where I want, how to space things out. So we'll put her, here's our A, which is really our little gnome. And I'm not pushing this down, I'm not securing that adhesive down. I'm kind of just setting it there just in case I have to move her a little bit. So now the H, I'm going to get my, take your pierce tool, and I'm going to take off that backing. Kathy, you like to do simple cards, but you're adding more to it. Yeah, I know. Sometimes I start to make, I'll be casing what I think is a simple card off of either Pinterest or a blog or somewhere. And then I think, oh, well, I think it needs something more. I'm not going to measure this or anything, but I'm just going to set this down. As I said, about 1/2 inch in, and I'm not pressing down yet. Trying to just center it, going up and down. And then what I'm going to do is actually do the Y next so that I can fit in all the stuff in between. I'm going to try and line this up about the same distance from the edge of the card as the H. So it's not going to be perfect, but you know it's card making. And that's a little crooked. So the beauty of the adhesive sheets is it doesn't stick super hard unless you press it down. I'm not pressing anything down very hard yet. Okay, now we'll get our 2 P's going. And I did this ahead of time just because it does save a little time on video. And I did show you how to do it, so you'll just repeat that process with all your other letters. Of course, when you're doing it on Facebook, it doesn't want to cooperate. But what I'm peeling off is just that adhesive backing that covers the adhesive. And then I'm going to just try and space this out between the P and the Y, kind of like so. And then let's get this guy. Oh, thanks, Pam. I think it's cute. You know, this trick, well, I don't know if it's a trick, technique of putting in a character or something besides a letter to fill up a word, I think is just really fun. Kind of fun and unexpected. Now again, I'm not pressing that down because I'm going to move my girl over just a little bit here to get her centered. Okay, now I'm still not pressing down because I'm going to get this balloon in here somewhere. Pam, you like some of the fancy folds that look like you did a lot of work but are simple. Yeah, I getcha. Okay, so we're going to sneak in this balloon here. Kind of like, I think I want it to kind of cross over the P, maybe like that. So in order to make that happen, let's take a mini glue dot and we're going to stick this mini glue dot on the back of her hand. So how many of you would make a card like this with this much detail on it? I would like to know. Is this something you would make if you had everything to make it with? Is this too detailed? Is it about right? Okay, I'm turning this, but I would like to know what your thoughts are if you like to watch me make it or if you would actually make it. Okay, we're gonna snip this off and then I'm going to take my tweezers. I'm reaching for my tweezers, sorry for all the racket. And I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna stick this under her hand where that mini glue dot is, so it looks like she's holding it. Whoops, whoops. Grab this. There might be a better way to do this ahead of time, you know, as far as, well, you guys, I don't know. This is not working out. It worked fine. You know what happened partly is because my glue dot stuck down. All right, so you're going to see Joey undo what she just did, which is not completely unusual for Facebook Live for me. So what I'm doing, which you probably can't see very well, is I'm peeling off this mini glue dot because it's kind of driving me crazy because it's not doing what I want it to do. That is exactly how I did it the first time, and it turned out just hunky-dory, but this one doesn't want to cooperate. So we're going to try this a different way. I'm going to take my glue dot, and this time, since this is all shredded, I'm going to just stick it on my mini glue dot, okay? So I'm kind of just pressing that down, and now I'm going to come back in under her hand, and now I'm going to just stick that down, okay? Okay, I think that's actually okay. Oh, shoot. All right. As I said, this is a specialty card, so there's some putzing to it, you know? Some dinking around, some dilly-dallying, some fussing, all of that. But I think it's worth it in the end. Alrighty, so let's stick down our little girl. Isn't that cute? Turned out so cute. And then I'm going to go ahead and we'll put her whole panel up on dimensionals. And I'm kind of feeling through there so I don't put a dimensional where there's already one. So, because I don't want to be doubling up. I'm just kind of feeling my way around here. So I just don't add bulk to the card, which, you know, always adds some challenges to mailing it. So I do keep on hand 1 ounce stamps. And if I think a card is going to need a little extra postage, then I put an extra 1 ounce stamp on it. And I write, please hand cancel on my card. Okay, there's our cute little card. Like so. All right, we've got more to do to this though. So let's go ahead and we're gonna make her a kind of a flower child. So we're gonna pull out these little flowers that are called loose flower flourishes. Kind of a lot to say. These are in the annual catalog. These are not in the mini catalog. Try to get all this clutter cleaned up for you. And I'm going to grab a pink one of the bigger flowers, a big pink flower. Could have used a little one, but I'm going to use a bigger one. And I'm going to grab my, well, let's see, how can we do this? Let's go ahead and just put the mini glue dot. Let's stick a flower on it, right on it. I can pick it up. And next week, did I tell you that next week we're going to work with Taco Fiesta? Both Lori and I have a adorable card to show you. Mine is Fancy Fold. I think I did tell you it has a little pop-up in the middle of it. It's not a hard Fancy Fold, but it's got a sweet little surprise when you open the card. There's that, and then we're going to do a little bit more decorating. We're going to add, these are the, what are these called? The classic matte dots. The whole package looks like this. And they're in the annual catalog. So both of these all three of these embellishments, actually all. So the baker's twine, I'm going to take a tiny white dot and press that in the center. Whoops. Press it into the center of the flower, like so. So there's that part. All these, so the black and white ribbon, gingham ribbon, the loose flower flourishes, the essentials, what is this called? Essentials, Baker's Twine Essentials Pack, and the matte dots, the classic matte dots, they're all in your annual catalog. If you're not a stamper and you're just watching this and you're thinking, well, I don't have an annual catalog or I don't know what that is, please message me. If you don't have a demonstrator and you'd like to get a catalog, I'll be happy to get a catalog to you. So you can just comment in the comments, yes, I'd like a catalog, or you can message me that you want one. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and put a birthday message on the inside. Oh gosh, we have not finished this. We have one more step, and it's another technique I wanted to show you. So stick with me while I show you how to do the final step here. Let's go in. So this is something, what I'm going to show you next is something that we actually used to do a lot of when we had red rubber stamps, which we still have. And this works really well on red rubber stamps. It's a little less predictable on, not less predictable. You just have to be a little extra careful with it when you're doing it on photopolymer, which is what we're going to do. So I'm going to clean my stamp that I just put on the inside, wishing you the most magical of birthdays. Then I'm going to grab a 1/2-inch strip of cardstock. That looks too big, doesn't it? Let's grab a skinny one, and then I put away my punch. I just have to step here to get my punch. This is going to be actually a very small greeting, but short, I should say. I'm going to go ahead and flag the end first, and I'm going to line it up on the back, and I turn it over so I can see that punch is going to be pretty well centered on my cardstock. Then here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take my black Stampin' Right marker. Now this has a paintbrush end that's wider. You can tell by the white stripe, and then a skinnier end that is more of a bullet point. So, and these are water-based markers. So what we're going to do is, you're not going to be able to see this. I apologize for that, because it's photopolymer. You would be able to see it if it was red rubber. But I'm just taking the side of my marker and I'm coloring in birthday. I'm just doing birthday. That's all I want. And again, I know you can't see this. I'll try and get a little bit closer. And I don't want that S in there because we're just doing one birthday. So I'm trying to stay away from the S. Going back over it and make sure it's all moist, making sure I've got all those taller ones. And then we usually huff on it, so I'm gonna huff, and then I'm going, whoops, I can tell looking through it, but that my Y is kind of a hot mess. So I'm gonna redo my Y. Now, if I'd have made a mistake on that, this is an old blender pen. I could go here, and I could just, this is an old dried out one, so it's not moist at all. I would just go here and I would gently take off whatever I messed up on. okay? But I don't think I messed it up. We'll see. I'm going to huff on it, and then I'm going to just stamp birthday. Oh, I think I missed the D. Yeah, my D's not very good, so you know what I'm going to do? Just going to... Of course, this always goes better when I'm not doing it in live for people. Just going to take the pointed end of my marker, and I'm just going to extend that D. Just a little bit. And then we've got birthday. It's a little messy, but you know, we're talking gnomes here, so it's okay. But that's another tip I wanted to show you. I know I have not done that on a photopolymer stamp on Facebook Live before, so you've probably seen someone do it before if you watch a lot of videos, but I haven't showed it, so I wanted to show it today on this cute little card. I think I need to cut a little bit more of that off. Now this one I'm not going to put in the punch because it's too little for me to control it. So I'm going to try and just mimic that. I'll try and get closer here. I'm going to try and just mimic that same angle. And you can just flag your greetings like this if you don't have, excuse me, if you don't have this punch, but I think that's pretty close. I'm happy with that. So you can just do both ends like that. If you don't want to bother getting out your punch or you don't have the punch, you can always just flag them with your scissors. Then we're going to stick this down here. The way I'm going to do this is I'm going to grab some mini dimensionals. Whoops, things are all sticking together. And then I'm going to put a couple, let's see, I want this about here. I'm going to put these just down here on the card itself, pretty close to each other, because I don't want to be doubling up on my, sorry, I was looking at your comments. I don't want to be doubling up on my dimensionals and getting one on top of another. So I'm going to just stick this up here, kind of down at the side like that. Didn't that turn out cute, you guys? I think that turned out super cute. I think maybe we should do a little bit more to the inside, though. I mean, it says happy birthday, but let's go ahead and let's get that balloon out, which I might not have had out because I wasn't going to do this. I didn't plan ahead. Oh, it is on a stand. Oh, jeez. Good Lord. Do you ever have something right in front of you and you can't find it? The birthday sentiment, it's the same stamp set, Kelly, so it's in the Friendly Gnomes. It's right here, wishing you the most magical of birthdays. Same stamp set that we're featuring today. So hopefully that's helpful. Okay, we are going to put a little balloon on the inside of this card because I feel like it needs something else on the inside. It's such a cute card. I'm going to grab a little piece of scrap paper so I don't get any ink on my card itself. And I'm going to put this little balloon down here. There we go. And let's go ahead and color it. So I'm glad you're watching today. I hope you'll tune in for all 6 of my birthday classes. And again, if you're following me on YouTube, I'm posting them in a series called Celebrate Birthday Series. Now I forgot this is my marker that's kind of going dry. So we might have a splotchy birthday balloon. My new one's on its way, so it's just about here. I like to decorate the inside of my cards. Do you guys decorate the inside of your cards? Why don't you say in the comments if you do anything on the inside. I know not everybody does, but let me know if you do. I'd be interested. There we go. I'm happy with that. That looks cute. Okay, I'm going to look at your comments here to see if I missed anything. Okay, you guys are liking it. Thank you so much. Oh, Kathy, you just got the Taco Fiesta. Hi, Carol. Love the fussing. Well, it sounds to me like you would make cards like this. I would make a card like this. You're getting me to rethink these letter dice. Kathy, I have used them a couple of times now, and what I really love letter dies for are tags on little gift bags. For my retreats, I always make gift tags for my guests. And here's my first one. Here's my sample. Here's my one we did today. And I love to put their initials on them, so I do love them for that. And then, you know, you can do cute things like this too with the letter dies. I think it's just a really nice staple to have in a stamper's collection, to have a set of dies. And these are so nice because they fit everywhere so easily. So, okay, I'm looking at your comments, just make sure I don't miss anything. Kathy, you always do the insides and envelopes. Good for you. I think that's really, really cute. I just don't always. But, oh, I'll show you one more card. This is a card I couldn't decide which to make, so I did this little, this is a guy, there's no one better than you. And on this one, I used my same markers and I just colored the ribbon. On this one, I also colored the dots. So I used the same classic matte dots and I colored them. And then this is what I did for the inside of this one. So just another idea for kind of the same basic materials that we used today. Again, if you want to get the parts, supplies for this card, just go ahead and use the host code. This will be good through just Sunday, the end of this week. So just make sure you get it in. Thanks for watching. I'm going to bring you back up and say hello. So thanks so much for watching. Thank you for the hearts. I just really appreciate that. Every time you give me a heart or a thumbs up, or you comment on a video, or you comment on my page, it helps me grow, and I'm so grateful for that. We're almost, like as I said, we're almost at 900 followers on my Facebook page, and my YouTube channel is growing too. My YouTube channel is very young, so I haven't been posting too long on that, but it's growing too. So thanks everybody. If there's anything I can help you with, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'm here to help you. That's my whole point in showing you ideas and teaching. So let me know if you need something. Hugs. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.